Except for Allison, Larry's talking.
All right, any questions on the homework? We're good. Test on Friday, just reminding you again. Make sure you're studying.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last thing that's on your test. So, we've been talking about circles for a while. We've done everything to do with, yeah.
Number 754. Something like that. It ends in 54.
754, what number?
Oh, can you?
18?
Oh, she is recording it. Okay.
Remind me.
Can they hear us?
No, they can't hear us right now. Not live.
But would they be able to hear us?
In the future.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, Francie.
Alright. 18 you said, right? You're the right one. So you got an X, you got a 5, and then one's a secant, left. And you got a 7 over here. And you got a 7 on the inside. Okay. And you're looking for X. And then there's 10. Okay. So secant tangent, it would be the tangent squared, but that would give you an X and a Y, right? So that doesn't help you. You could do it over here if you wanted to. You could find this and then use that answer to come up with it. But you could also just go secant, and just ignore that piece, right? So secant's, actually no, I take that back. It should be to the same circle. So this is to a different circle. So we need to go here. So you got your Y. So Y squared equals external part, which is 7 times 14. I call that Y. And that would be 98. So root of 98. Did I multiply that right? Uh, 56. Okay. Okay. And then you're taking that 98 and squaring it, right? So then it would become 98 equals 5 times x plus 5. And we distribute it. You look like from there. Anything else? Yeah. I probably directed you to the bar problem. Probably. Alright, so let's see. So you found A, you were saying? So what'd you do, 100 equals 4 times A plus 10?
Yeah.
Alright, so what does A come out to? 15? Okay, so I know this is 15 now. Alright, so then to get B, you need to focus on your chords only. Right? Because B is a piece of your chord. So that one was the one we did 2 days ago, which is B times each piece. So it's 8B equals 6 times 15. Okay? Anything else? Moving on. Okay. Alright, so back to our circles. Okay, so we talked about circles, arcs, angles, lengths of things, lengths of arc, lengths of chords, all that kind of stuff. What we need to talk about today is the equation of a circle. So what does that mean? Devin, give me an equation of a line, which you spent a lot of time on last year. Well, give me any example of a line equation. Okay, I wouldn't write it that way, but, x equals 2y. Alright, don't we usually get y by itself though? Okay, so y equals 2x. Alright, so y equals 2x. An example of a line, right? Usually we're in that like y equals mx plus b format, right? So this would be an example of an equation for a line. And what you need to remember about an equation of a line is when you guys, remember you guys graphed all these last year, spent all that time graphing, right? What are you actually graphing? You're graphing the solutions for this. So each point that you plot on the graph is a solution to this. So it works. So if I fill in 1 and 2 here, that would mean it would work, right? If I put a 1 here, 2 times 1 is 2. So the point 1 comma 2 is a point that would be on your graph because it is a solution. You guys following that? Very important as you move on in your math career. Okay? You also did equations of quadratics, which when you graph them, they were parabolas. Can someone give me an example of a quadratic equation?
X squared.
Well, it's got to be
Y equals
y equals
X
x squared, right? So that's a quadratic, and it could be like plus 2x minus 3, right, or whatever. Okay, this is an example of a quadratic equation. And so when you plot all the points or solutions to this, it ends up looking like a parabola. Opens up or down, what we call a parabola. Okay, that's all the solutions have that picture. So you're drawing a picture of solutions. All right, so what we're working on today is coming up with an equation for a circle. Okay, you have an equation for a line, you know what that looks like. You have an equation for a parabola, you know what that looks like. Now we're looking for an equation for a circle. Okay, and what's special about a circle is it always has a, what do we call this? Center, which we're saying is going to be represented by h comma k. And then it all the solutions are out here on the circle, right? Every solution that you need is out here. And you want to come up with the equation that makes this picture happen. Okay? You want to make the picture happen. And this is called my what? Radius. And if I put xy over here, will that radius be the same amount? And if I put xy over here, will it be the same amount? Yes? And so I want to know what that distance is. If I wanted to actually find that length here, what would I use? Like if there were numbers, and I wanted to find that length, what would I use? You know, circumference would be the length around here. I want to know this, how far it is from here to here.
What information do you have?
So let's say I had numbers there. I had the center and I had that point on the circle. I want to know how far it was.
Could you subtract?
Distance formula?
Distance formula, right? Distance formula. And what is the distance formula? Uh-oh.
D equals square root of
Of X.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
There's your distance formula. Write it down. Let's go. So it's saying take your two x coordinates. Well, what are the x coordinates for the points that I'm trying to find a distance between? Wow, dead silence. Look at your picture. What are the x values, Kendall? H and x. You guys agree with that? Okay, so if I put that in my formula, and this is actually going to be the radius when I'm done, right? So I'm going to call it r. Square root of x minus h squared. Right? I'm just filling in the x values. What am I filling in for the y values? Trace?
y minus k squared.
Y minus k squared. And they make one adjustment. Okay? The adjustment they make is they're not going to leave it as a radical. So if I want to get rid of this radical, what do I have to do to both sides? Square both sides, right? So they're going to write it as r squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. This is the equation of any circle.
With the h and the k?
Yep. Now, what's special about h and k though? They're always what? What does h and k stand for?
The center.
The center of your circle, right? It is the center of your circle. So h and k are going to be filled in when you have your equation because you're going to know what your center is. Okay? And x and y will represent all answers on the circle. all solutions on a circle. All right, let's say my circle special case where center is 0, 0. How does that adjust this equation? What's it gonna look like? Yep, Abby.
It would be, x minus 0 or d equal, what is right? Square root of x minus,
No?
no, okay, x minus, 0 squared plus, 0 minus the, what, wait, yeah, 0 minus k squared. Okay, and y minus k, 0, I can't speak.
Square, but you need an equals here. What's on this side?
R,
R, radius squared, right? But x minus 0 is really just what?
x,
X, right? So this is going to be r squared equals x squared plus y squared when it has a center at the origin, right? I think this is standard chart here. So standard form for an equation with a center of 0, 0, r squared, what did I do? I could do x squared plus y squared equals r squared. And if the center is not at the origin, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Yep.
Since they're all squared,
Can't really square them
uh,
because it's a plus in between there.
because I feel like you can just square root all of those and it would just be.
So you can't do that, because so watch with numbers. So if I did that with numbers, so you're saying that, watch. Let's say I had this, right? That would be equal to this, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Which is an irrational number. What you wanna do is you wanna take each of these individually, you wanna go like this. Unsquare them, and make it 3 plus 2, but 5 doesn't equal square root of 13. So these are not equivalent, okay? In other words, the square root of 9 plus 4 all under one radical is not equal to the square root of 9 plus the square root of 4 individually. They don't get the same answer,
Okay.
okay? If it was multiplication under here, yes. Okay, like if it was 9 times 4, that would be the square root of 36, which is 6. And I could go square root of 9 times square root of 2 and still get, square root of 4 and still get 6.
Yeah.
So in that case, yes.
So only for multiplication.
Plus, no.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. So, we have everything we need. Ready? Write an equation of circles given that information. Who's got it? Grace,
7 squared,
which is really what?
the radius,
Which is really, no.
r squared,
Which is really how much?
49,
39. So 49 equals, yeah.
equals x minus 5 squared, plus y minus, plus negative, no, plus 2 squared.
Good, because minus a negative, right? Okay, so final would be then the 49 format. All right, done. 2, how come it's 2? Squared, right? So r is equal to radical 2, so r squared would be radical 2 squared, which is 2. Okay, so 2 equals. Need a plus in between. Good. Caitlin? Careful. What's the formula? 9. Then I wouldn't have any x's or y's, right? I just have a bunch of numbers. x minus 0 squared, which really becomes what? Right, x minus 0 is x, so x squared plus y squared. We're okay with that? Because they love this equation stuff on their regions. Seems to be on there all the time. It might be a little harder than this, but they like it. So you gotta know what you're doing. Alright. Going in reverse now. They're giving you the equation. Phone up here. Bring it up. They're giving you the equation, and they want you to come up with the center and the radius. Sam?
The radius is going to be 8 because that square means 6.
Right. Yep. And the center?
7.
Good. So 7 negative 2 is the center. Elena, what about that one? Okay. Good. So that's what's nice about having this in this format, right? And how do you know it's actually a circle and not a line or not a parabola? Quadratic. Yeah? You don't have y by itself? I could get y by itself, but I think the key is what? What do you know about the y's? They're squared, right? The x's and y's are squared. You're not going to need it because the scale's off. We're going to freehand it. The boxes must be off because it doesn't match up. Like I think it's old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so what do we got? Graph this circle, whose equation is. If you want to graph something, what do you need to know?
The points.
Well, it don't have a slope because it's a circle.
The radius.
The center and the radius, right? So I know this is a circle because it's squared, right? So what's my center? 3, 1. And what's my radius? 4. So go to 3, 1. There's my center. And then my radius is how far away I am from the center, right? So what's an easy one? I could go to the right 4. That dot right there has to be on there. I could do what else? Go up 4. That dot's got to be on the circle. I could go left 4. That's got to be on the circle. And I could go down 4, and that's got to be on the circle. We're going to freehand it because I think I stretched the graph so your compass doesn't match up. So that would be your circle. With
Looks
the
like an
center
onion.
at 3, 1.
Oh, whoops. I drew it about the arc. Moles.
Question so far? Pretty easy as long as you know that format, right? All right, how about this one? Write an equation of a circle. Well, again, what do I need to know?
The radius.
Radius and the center. If I can find the radius and the center, I'm good to go. Well,
The center is 0, 1, 3.
0, 3.
And the radius is 5.
Again, fine. Oh, no, actually, I think you're good. No, you're not. 4, right? You got 3? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So your radius is 4. You okay with that? You could go up also, doesn't matter, right? Maybe I have to do the same. All right, you wanna write the equation for me? Okay. Yep, and then simplify that for me. This part. Just x squared, right? Plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. Good. Questions there? All good. All right, how about this one? Write the equation of a circle with a center at 1, -3 that passes through the point 4, 2. Ideas? Allison? So what are you trying to do? Oh, I liked it. So start writing your equation for me first. Based off the info you have, you would say what? What would I start with? Square, correct? Everybody with her on that? And so what she's saying is, okay, I don't have enough info. I need to know what r squared is, right? And they're not giving me the radius. But what are they giving me? A point on the circle, which is represented where here?
R.
Oh.
No, Y.
So x and the y, right?
Oh.
X and y represent all points on the circle. You have one example right there, right? So she's saying, hey, this is a point on the circle, put it in over here, substitute it in. So it would be 4 minus 1 squared plus 2 plus 3 squared, and that would have to equal whatever r squared is. Right? Remember, you are always graphing solutions. And that's a solution because it's on the graph. So then what are we getting for r squared?
34.
34. Now, I can certainly square root this and find the radius, but when I go to write the equation, I need r squared anyways, right? So what's your final equation? Alice, will you give me a final equation?
9 plus 20.
Not squared. And that would be your final answer.
Grace.
Everybody understand what she did? Maybe have a different idea. Nobody do this.
Grace.
Would you have found the radius? What's the definition of radius?
Distance between those 2 points.
Yeah, because radius is from the center to any point on the circle, correct? So we could have also said, okay, well, this is the center and that's a point on the circle. How far apart are they, right? So you could have gone radius equals, use distance formula, right? 4 minus my x value subtracted, my y value subtracted. Right, I found the length of the radius. Does that make more sense to you? And now that I know the length of the radius, I can put in my formula. But in the formula, I gotta square this, right? What's the square root of 34 squared? 34 and radical 34? 34, right? So there's your 34 equals x minus 1 squared plus y plus b squared. Questions?
9 plus
Okay.
25 on the calculator.
Yeah.
9 plus 25.
No, sure. Oh, that's
9 plus 25. 9.
Okay, so here's the deal. You did this in Algebra 1. Don't know if you remember or not. But here's what I'm trying to accomplish here. I want to come up with 2 parentheses, so factoring, think factoring, right? 2 parentheses are exactly the same. So if this is x plus 7, this is x plus 7. If that's x minus 100, that's x minus 100, okay? And when I double distribute, it's going to equal this with whatever number you want to put there. You kind of follow me? So if I go x minus 5, this has to be x minus 5 then, that's the requirement. Okay, so if I go to check in, x times x gives me what? X squared. Well, that looks good because that's an x squared there, right? And then this would give me negative 5x, right? And this would give me negative 5x. And what's negative 5x plus negative 5x? Negative 10x, so that looks good. So then what does this number have to be for these two to be equal to each other? 25. So C has got to be 25 because the last step you would do this and it would be negative 5 and negative 5, which would give you 25. Are you guys following that? Okay? So when C is 25, I get this unique special situation where the parentheses end up exactly the same. And it's equivalent to the top one. And so we'll do this one for you. Great.
X plus 9 and X plus 9.
Okay, and that's only true, these are only gonna be equal if C is
X is
81. Everybody's following her? Good so far? Okay, how about that one? Not as nice. Yeah, Lena? No, X equals, yep, okay. X minus 2.5, X minus 2.5, and what does that make C? Because you gotta check on here. 6.25. Okay, so let's say not everybody's gonna be able to do this in their head. Could you give somebody a rule? Like, what could you do? Tell them, hey, do this if you're not sure. Yep.
So basically you divide the B number by 2.
Right, okay, so you take this b, remember how it's in the form ax squared, the quadratic bx plus c, right? So you're taking the one that has the number in front of x, right, the b value, dividing it by 2, okay, so let's write this down. So, take the b value, divide by 2 to get number in parentheses. Okay, and then what do you do?
And then you take that number and square it.
Take that number and square it to get C. All right, are we okay there? Oh, that was just ax squared plus bx, so you know where your b was? What we meant by a b value?
Wait, could you hold up? Yeah, that looks.
Alright. So here's the deal. It says, get the circle in standard form. So, if I gave you this equation, a number 1, how do you know this is a circle? Y and x are squared. For now, yes. In your future math, you'll have things called ellipses and stuff. But for us, if x and y are both squared, then yes, it's a circle. Okay? So far in your math career, you got lines, you got parabolas, and you got circles. Okay? So x and y are squared, so I know it's a circle. But if I said to you, hey, what's the center of this circle? Would you be able to look at that and tell me? No, because it's not in that nice format that we worked on at the beginning, correct? I want it to be something squared, so then I can just look at it real quick and be like center, radius, boom, done, right? So that's what they mean by standard form. I gotta get it in that form, that x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Follow me? Okay. So, you did this before in ninth grade, but it's been a while. And maybe now with circles. Okay, so what do I need to do first? I need to get these x's together so I can start working with them, right? So let's write it as x squared minus 8x plus, I'm gonna put a little blank there. And then I've got plus y squared plus 12y plus blank. The negative 12 doesn't go with anything, right? That doesn't have an x or a y, so I'm going to move it to the other side. So what's it going to become? 12 on the other side. Okay, so let's think. So why did we talk about this up here? Because my goal is to end up with two parentheses that are exactly the same, right? What would it have to be in the parentheses?
Oh,
Minus 4, right? You're going to take your b value, which is negative 8, you're going to divide it by 2, and you're going to get negative 4, right? So x minus 4 times x minus 4. However, if I double distribute here, do x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 4, does it equal x squared minus 8x by itself?
no.
No, right? This would be x squared, yes. Minus 4x equals minus 8x, yes. But what am I missing so that these will be equivalent? You're missing a 16. You guys agree with that? Okay, now, think for a second, you're in science. You have a scale, right? And it's balanced presently. And I just added 16 pounds over here. Balanced? No. How do I rebalance?
Add 16.
I add 16 to the other side. So this was equal to begin with, but what did I just do? I threw in a random 16 because I wanted it to do what I wanted it to do, right? Special situation. But it's not balanced, it's not equal anymore. So what do I have to do? Add 16 over here. You guys following me? Okay, why do I want it? Because x minus 4 times x minus 4 can also be written as what? Right? See where we're going? No, because if I cross it out over here, scale's not balanced again, right? Now I don't have 16 extra pounds over here, but I do over here. See what I'm saying? So I want it to be balanced, okay? What do I need to do with this now? Parentheses.
Y plus 6 times y plus 6.
Y plus 6 times y plus 6, but they're not equal unless I do what?
36.
Add 36, but now it's not balanced, the whole equation's not balanced, so what do I have to do?
Add 36.
Add 36 to the other side. So now actually what do I have on the right hand side? 12 plus 16 plus 36, 64. And so now we know that y plus 6 times y plus 6 is really y plus 6 squared equals 64. And this is an equation in standard form. If I asked you what's the center of this circle, could you now tell me?
Yeah.
What's the center of this circle? No.
4, negative 6.
4, negative 6, right? And what is the radius of this circle? 8. Okay, so then you could graph it. If I told you to graph it, you could graph it, right? Because you could plot the center and you could count out 8, 8, 8, 8, and draw it. You guys with me? Okay. So then this one over here, here's the catch when you're doing this, though. When you're doing this, the number in front of x squared has to be 1, positive 1. Okay? So a value has to be positive 1 before you start. Otherwise it won't work. You can't have the same thing twice if you got a 2 in front of it. A value has to be positive 1. So it's not a positive 1 right now. So before I start, what do I have to do? Divide everything by 2, right? Now for us, we're not going to deal with fractions. You can deal with that stuff later. It'll come out nice. So that leaves me with x squared plus y squared minus 18y minus 10 equals 6x. You okay there? Alright, what do I need to do?
Now you can do
Get
it.
x's together, get y's together, right? So that would leave me with x squared, bring this 6x over, minus 6x plus length, plus y squared minus 18y plus length, equals, take that negative 10, move it to the other side. Alright, what's going to be in the parentheses here? Sam, what's going to be in the parentheses? X minus 3, x minus 3. So these are an equivalent right now. What are I going to put in? Plus 9, balanced. Scale just add 9 pounds added to it. What do I have to do? Add 9 over here. Right? Alright, how about my y? Make sure you got a plus in between here for your y. Parenthesis, parenthesis. What's going in there? Derek?
X minus 9.
Y. Y.
Oh, y
What do you have to add on to make that true? Which means plus 81 over there, right? And what's my total? That equals 100. Line there, that's separate. And then finish it up, x minus 3 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals 100. What would be my center if they asked? 3, 9, and radius? 10.
That's a nice circle.
Okay, you guys try the next one on the back.
It's making me feel new. I couldn't do it.
Questions? Good? Okay, last one here. You got a word problem down here that says you've got tornado sirens placed strategically on a circle around town so they can be heard. They're placed in the following spots. Right, let's plot them. They give you 3.
Oh, wow, these labels are showing me something. They're a little hard to read.
Oh, like, you can tell me that.
I know.
So what do I know about all these points? Where are they located?
On the edge of the.
On the actual circle. So when I draw this circle, they should all be on the circle, right? Which means, and I'm trying to find, if I want to write the equation, I have to find 2 things. I have to find the center and the radius, right? So I can write the equation. All right, so they didn't give me the center and they didn't give me the radius, but they gave me points on the circle, correct? Okay, so let's think for a second. We had an equation that said that if you had a chord, and a chord are 2 points connected, right? So like, this would be a chord on if I were to connect them because they're both on the circle, right? So if you have a chord and you have a diameter or a radius that's perpendicular to that chord, it bisects the chord, correct? Remember that one? We did it over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
In reverse, if you knew that there was a perpendicular bisector of a chord, you knew the center was somewhere on there. You agree with that?
So it's.
Okay, so if I do the perpendicular bisector of this chord, only because it's an easy one to do, right, because it's straight up and down, right, what would be the middle of this?
A.
No.
Oh.
4, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get
I
to
meant
D
on the
and 4 to
line.
get to C, right?
Yeah, I meant on the
And the line that would be the perpendicular bisector of that would be a horizontal line, right? Because that one's vertical. Do we agree with that? So somewhere along that dashed line is my center. Okay, somewhere along that dashed line is my center. How can I figure out exactly where that center is?
Figure out how far A over.
You know the radius, you can just plug it.
Do I know the radius?
You can.
No, you can't.
I'll just go.
Only from the center,
Yeah.
right? If I knew I had a center. Yeah, Kendall? What do you think? So do what, sorry? Well, if I knew this was a center, I'd be good to go on that, right?
That would be the
The
center.
center's on
which is-
that.
Why is that the center? How do you know that's the center?
You know.
Allison? Because what? All radii are equal, right? So if this was the center, let's say this is the center, what would the radius be to B? 4, and what would it be to C? And is it also 4 to A?
Yeah.
Well, then that has to be the center. If that wasn't the case, I could connect here, let's say, and do the perpendicular bisector on that, and then it should cross at the same spot, right? Like I'd have to do 2 perpendicular bisectors if it didn't work out that way. You guys kind of follow me there, for Allison? Okay. So in this case, we luck out because that A happens to be right on there, and it's 4 away. All right, so my radius is 4, my center is, what was it, negative 4, 3? Okay, so what does that make my equation? Everybody? 16 equals, x plus 4 squared plus
Plus y minus.
y minus 3 squared. That would be your equation. All right,
Good
good.
job, fam squad.